Call to order the City of Eldred City Council meeting on Monday, April 21st, 2025 at 7 p.m. Roll call.
Blackwell. Campbell.
Present.
Collins.
Present.
Dockery.
Present.
Wiltie.
Present.
Now for quorum, Your Honor.
All right. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody.
For the record, Adrian's here.
17.
Thanks, Adrian. Looking for a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Dockery to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? The ayes have it. Public comment. Is there anybody in the public who'd like to address the council? Okay. Number 5A, consideration to approve the city council minutes, the regular council minutes from the April 7th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Yosef, second by Collins to approve the regular council minutes from April 7th, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
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 Nay? The ayes have it. 5B, consideration approve the committee of whole minutes from the April 7th, 2025 meeting.
Make a motion, Mayor.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Campbell to approve the committee of whole minutes from April 7th, 2025. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? The ayes have it. 5C, consideration to approve the special city council meeting minutes from April 7th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Collins and everybody else. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay? Ayes have it. 5D, consideration to approve the bills payable. Ryan, do you have any questions?
No questions.
All right, Dan?
No, sir.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Adrian?
No, Mayor.
Brian?
Just had one, and Letty's gonna give an answer to me.
All right. With that being said, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Blackwell to approve the bills payable. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? The ayes have it. 5E, consideration to approve liquor license renewal for Cabos Cantina and Grill. Did they get checked on?
For the insurance, yep.
Yeah, okay.
And that was for the outside portion, is that correct? Or is that all of it?
It's just a standard annual business liquor license.
Okay.
I didn't see anything for the outdoor service normally, but is that the one that there was a different time frame? Because they do serve outside.
Yeah, like on when I do Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, that would be a separate.
No, they have outdoor sales
Season.
all summer long. But I'm thinking they applied for that at a different time than their general liquor license, something you can check out.
Yeah.
The only question I have is, it was noted on there, turned into the local authorities.
That would be us. So that's when the chief runs on his proper process, and then he signs off on it, or he brings to our attention any concerns.
Then we ship it to the state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's basically an online system, and then they have to they provide the majority of all of their required information. When they get to a certain point is when it comes to us as a local authority to see if we are approving the renewal. Once I submit that we have approved, they will get into the really, deep and dirty, making sure if their insurance is set to expire between that time to get the insurance from them, all of those regular processes that they kind of let them do their job, the Division of Alcohol in the state of Iowa. So I can look into if there is needed a separate from the state of Iowa, a extended liquor license or something of the fact.
You have to have a special outdoor sales license in the state of Iowa.
I think it's part of Class C. The second page allows privileges of catering and outdoor service under their Class C liquor license. I think it's
I
included.
think so too. I think the Class C kind of almost like the all-encompassing, so it's the liquor, not just beer, wine, or mead. But I'll confirm.
Just verify it.
Yep.
And, it appears they have insurance right now, so
Mhm.
I'll make a motion to approve, subject to clarification on that.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Campbell to approve with clarification. All those in favor say aye. Nay? The ayes have it. On to 6A. Consideration of the third and final reading of ordinance 2025-9, amending Section 8, Chapter 2, Title C of the Elder City Code to require 5-foot public sidewalks in new developments. Jeff, have we heard anything on this?
Yes, Mayor, we did receive one, I received a voicemail earlier today against it. I forwarded that to the council. Prior to that, city staff received numerous requests asking for wider sidewalks, so staff recommendation hasn't changed at this point. We still support it.
And that brings us up to matching like what Davenport and Bettendorf doing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Do what Dale's been doing
Yep.
in his subdivisions already, so thank you, Dale.
So do I hear a motion for the third and final reading?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Campbell. Roll call?
Yossi,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Blackwell,
All right,
motion carries.
Thank you. 6B, consideration to set a sunset date of June 30th, 2025 for the soil quality restoration program to apply for the remaining funds of $4,001.88. Nevada, can I call on you?
Thank you, Mayor. So that we have $4,001.88 left for that soil quality restoration program that residents can apply for. Last year we talked about it and the council asked for it to be brought back in early spring the following year. So I'm bringing that to you now. That's the amount remaining that we can leave open and do some marketing and a final push to get applications in prior to June 30th or whatever date the council would recommend for a sunset on that. And if there are remaining funds left after that sunset date, then it would be eligible to use on city parks, just to extend the remaining amount of the funds if we don't get enough application to pay those out.
Thanks, Nevada. Anybody have any questions on that? Do I hear a motion?
so moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Yossi, second by Collins. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? The ayes have it. 7A, consideration to approve setting the date for a public hearing for the proposed fiscal year 25 amended city budget on Monday, May 5th, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Eldridge Community Center.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Yossi, to approve setting the date for a public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Nays? The ayes have it. 7B, open public hearing for the consideration to adopt the fiscal 26 proposed city budget.
I'll make a motion, Mayor.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Campbell to open public hearing. All those in favor, roll call?
Collins,
Aye.
Blackwell,
All right,
Yossi,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
motion carries.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
Is there anybody on the floor that wants to talk about the budget?
go ahead. Sorry.
I'll make the motion
Okay.
to close the hearing.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Yossi to close public hearing. Roll call?
Campbell,
Aye.
Yossi,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Blackwell,
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Letty. 7D, consideration of resolution 2025-10, approving the adoption of fiscal year 26 city budget. Do I hear a motion to approve?
There's no further discussion, anything. I'll love the time that was spent with us as a council, the extra hours, and city staff. Thank you. Job well done. I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Aiden. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Campbell to approve resolution 2025-10, approving the adoption fiscal year 26 city budget. Roll call?
Yossi,
Aye.
Dockery,
Nay.
Collins,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Open public hearing for the consideration of the approval of plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimated total cost of the Clear Road 4th Avenue traffic signal project bid.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Blackwell to open public hearing for the 4th Leclerc and Ford traffic signal project. Roll call?
Blackwell,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Yossi.
Aye.
Open public hearing has
Okay.
started.
Anybody have questions on that? No? Okay.
No questions, I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Motion by Yossi, second by Collins to close public hearing for the Clear Road and 4th Avenue traffic signal project. Roll call?
Yossi,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Collins,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Lenny. Consideration of resolution 2025-11, awarding a contract on the Leclerc Road and 4th Avenue traffic signal project to Valentine Construction in the amount of $643,420.31. Anybody have any questions for Zach? If not, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
This is just for the base bid, not the alternate,
Just for the base bid.
Yeah.
Correct.
for clarification.
Yes.
And your recommendation was to not use that alternate.
Yeah, based on the pricing, I would recommend, moving toward the alternate.
And you've qualified this contractor?
Yeah, they provide a statement of qualifications. I haven't worked with them before myself, but they have done, street projects with, Dubuque and Leclerc and some surrounding, communities. Though they are the prime that'll be doing the paving work and the associated work, Tri-City Electric is their sub. They'll be doing all the signal work, so.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Okay. Okay. Motion by Dockery, second by Collins. Roll call?
Collins,
Aye.
Blackwell,
Aye.
Yossi,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
Dockery.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Letty.
Mhm.
7H, consideration approve change order number 2 for the 2024 street improvement project contract in the amount of $58,082.35. Vatican, calling you for that? Or Zach?
You want me to-
Sure.
So both change order 2 and 3 that you'll see on here is for the work on North 7th and North 8th Street. Manass came and did the milling, I think about a week and a half ago. And then after they were done, we were able to take a look, myself, Tony and Brian, of the curb and pavement there that was underneath the milling. And there was more curb replacement in there than we were anticipating, so that's part of the change order, along with a few areas of patching that had to be done underneath where just the pavement was kind of crumbling in a few spots. So that was included in there. And then, the change order 3 is for the asphalt, basically just switching from we had as a square yard item to pay Manats as a tonnage item. Mainly because once they milled, there was also a portion primarily on 7th Street where, kind of that asphalt layer underneath was kind of crumbling in portions, so they had to take more off to get a solid base to go to pave to, so that's why instead of about 2 inches of overlay, which we were originally calling for, it's gonna end up getting probably about 2.5 or 3, based on what they had to take off. So those are the 2 change orders in front of you for consideration tonight.
Any other questions? Zach?
Zach, the only question I have is, because you have to take more, they're gonna put a leveling course in there. Typically, the cost of a leveling course is cheaper than a surface course. And I don't see an adjustment, seeing the $106 per ton. South First Street, we just got $80 a ton. So they're adding more, but it's at a less of a cost.
So we did just do a so we just converted our quantity from square yards to tonnage, and that is the unit price that came out of based on the tons. If we just converted, 2 inches at the square yards, we had 2 tonnage, it came out to $106 a ton at the unit weight. So that was the price we agreed upon. That basically that was their bid price if you just switch from square yards to tonnage. So,
But that's my point, because what we're adding is the wedge, which is usually a lesser expense than the surface. So they're getting an increase at the price of the surface material by doing it this way.
yeah, there's the leveling course, they called it an inch, but it'll really kind of vary throughout the section about where it is. And then, cause if you're out there, there's some areas where it's probably gonna get, 3 inches or so or more, and then some where it's probably, the 2 that we asked for. So, yes, it would kind of vary, but yeah, it was just 1 tonnage price for the leveling and the surface course. Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna be charged higher for the leveling course, the same as the surface course. I don't know if there's a way to break that apart and keep them separate.
I could ask them for a leveling course price, I guess, if we want to, and see what price they come back with for that. I guess we just, in our original bid, we had a surface course item. We weren't planning on a leveling course originally. So I guess we didn't have a item to compare pricing
line item to
for
put it
that.
to.
Yeah, so.
With your experience, Brian, with that, how much cost savings is that compared to surface and leveling?
Well,
That we could save. Yeah.
There'll be some, but, I just hate to pay the surface price for the leveling course price. We're not talking 50,000 yards of mixed.
Yeah, I don't know, how much, $106 a ton is not a bad asphalt price. It's, like you said, we got
It's
amazing
good.
pricing for South First Street, but.
The 106 is a good surfacing price.
Yeah.
So maybe we can approve it subject to what Zach finds out.
And this is time sensitive. I know when you sent that email out that they're already here, so.
Eastern Iowa's looking to probably finish the concrete work this week, and then I think Manats would hope to do the asphalt work next week. Would be the ideal, weather permitting.
It's just a phone call. We can approve it and leave it up to Zach to which way it goes once he gets the numbers back.
So would you make a motion then?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Yossi, to approve change order number 2 for the 2024 street improvement project. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? The ayes have it with clarification. On to 7I, consideration to approve change order 3 that Zach mentioned for the 24th Street improvement project for the existing HMA pay item from square yard quantity to tonnage based on existing pavement conditions. The estimated cost increase will be $42,400.
would be the one.
Yeah. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Do you have a question, Brian?
No, that, I mean, this would be the
It was for this one, yeah.
stipulation for Zach to find out the number, then leave it up to him on what's the best way to go once he gets the numbers back to us. Because they'll know a number in their head.
Yeah.
You made a motion.
I made the motion,
Councilman, right? Good, second.
Motion by Campbell, second by Blackwell. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. J, consideration of the first reading of ordinance 2025-10, amending Title D, Chapter 2, Section 37, signs of the Eldridge City Code. Jeff, can I call on you for this?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. On March 3rd, we visited a little bit in the committee of the whole, meeting about nonprofit signage and church directional signage, some of which is already within the city limits, but we didn't have any codification for those items. I got together with the Public Works Director, and our proposal is to allow a nonprofit sign to be placed on a public project funded by the organization, or be part of a group signage structure that's either approved by the city council, the location of, or by the park board if it's on park property. Signs would be up to 24 by 24 inches for those. And then we would also propose to allow up to 2 church directional signs within the public right of way, up to 18 inches by 24 inches, that'd be 3 square feet. Public Works is requesting that the signs must be ordered through the city or be made of materials approved by the city, so that we just don't get some kind of thin material that'll warp in the wind and need to be replaced. But that's the nuts and bolts of it, and I'm happy to answer questions if there are any.
There will be no lighting on these signs, correct?
Correct, yep, they're non-illuminated.
Anybody have any other questions for Jeff?
If not, then I'll make a motion for approval.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Campbell, to approve the first reading of ordinance 2025-10. Roll call?
Campbell,
Aye.
Yossi,
Aye.
Blackwell,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. Board and staff activity reports. Tony, you got anything you want to mention about the police department tonight?
Our newest hire, John Behrens, who previously worked for us, is started his 2nd week of field training. It should be a fast process with him. We hope to have him out on his own within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we just received word that we received funding from the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau for fiscal year 2026 for approximately $15,000, which we'll use for coming out working overtime for traffic enforcement, some needed equipment that we need for the squad cars, and that'll take care of us through fiscal year 2026. So that's always good to get every year if we can.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Nevada, I'm calling you.
No updates for me tonight, Mayor.
Okay. Jeff,
I don't have any updates either, Mayor, thank you.
how about you, Letty?
I only have 2.
Okay.
Okay, I did confirm with Tony, the Public Works Director. He will be the point person and will keep us updated. And he also confirmed at this time that construction should not affect Eldridge ramps, and this is the Highway 61 Iowa DOT project. But he will keep us informed, and if something changes, he'll advise. He'll also give us updates as to who the ultimate bidder will be awarded to and approximate start times. The other one, does anybody have any questions on that? Okay. The other one is regarding the alcohol licenses by the state of Iowa that are issued. Last year, they did bring in a new program, which is called their automatic renewal program. So this is the first year that we're actually seeing this process take place. And what it allows is certain alcohol license holders, Class E, which is retail alcohol license, that would also be distillers, vintners, brewers, or a wine direct shipper. So from what I read up on, it's kind of your Casey's, your Hy-Vees. They have the option to automatically renew their license online. They're all pretty much online anymore, but without actually getting approval by the local authority. I still get informed when their automatic renewal process has started. And I just kind of wanted to know how council, or does council want to be informed of this? Do we can look at internal processes such as I still bring it up, to at least something for an item for you guys to be aware of, and still sending something unofficial to say the police chief to run if he has any concerns. But essentially, it's no longer needed to go to approval to a council for voting. So just wanted to inform you all of that and how you guys would like to handle those that are going forward. Again, it'll be specific licenses, but that is where my question was.
I would say on those, just either notify us or do it in activity reports, someone renewed their license. Because otherwise, the people that have dram shop and stuff will still have to approve, and we're gonna question about the other ones. If you just keep them, whether it's a Excel spreadsheet and somebody's added to it, just push it out to us so we know.
Yeah, I
Or
can
do it during activity reports, but.
do activity reports. We currently have a spreadsheet that we can do as it goes, but yeah, that won't be a problem. And again, it won't be from what I understand, not our restaurants, not our bars. It's going to be those retailers. That's all I have.
And also let us know if they're suspended for any activities for like selling to a minor.
The alcohol, because tobacco is separate, and that actual process is starting the next month for approvals. So I will keep everyone updated on that. But yeah, absolutely. Any suspensions, any time of activity, I will always bring to the council.
Thank you, Letty.
That's all I have.
Okay. Number 9, closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 21.51C to discuss strategy with council matters that are presently in litigation or where litigation is imminent, where its disclosure would likely be prejudice or disadvantage the position of the government body in that litigation, and Iowa Code 21.9 to discuss strategy in matters relating to employment conditions of employees of that government body who are not covered by the collective bargaining agreement. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Yossi to go into closed session. Roll call.
Collins.
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Yossi.
Aye.
Dockery.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right. It is 7:34. That ends our regular council meeting for this evening.